Welcome back to Pathway to Purpose. Today, we're tackling something that holds so many of us back: procrastination. Sound familiar? You sit down with a big task ahead of you, ready to dive in, but somehow the hours slip away. You've checked your phone a dozen times, cleaned your desk, maybe even grabbed a snack, and that deadline? Still staring you in the face. But here's the thing, it's not because you're lazy, and it's not that you don't want to succeed. There's something deeper at play. The real reason behind procrastination often has nothing to do with laziness. It's more about fear of not doing it right, fear of failure, or sometimes, even fear of success. Have you ever noticed that we tend to procrastinate on tasks that feel overwhelming or important? That's because we're focusing too much on the end result instead of the steps we need to take to get there. So here's the secret: to stop procrastinating, we need to shift our mindset from perfection to progress. Let me give you a real-life example. Think about jogging. If you only focus on how far you have to go, it feels impossible. But if you focus on just taking the next step, one foot in front of the other, it becomes manageable. That's the key to overcoming procrastination. It's not about finishing everything at once, it's about starting and staying consistent. It's the process that matters, not perfection. Remember, the first step is always the hardest. But once you take it, momentum starts to build. Progress over perfection is how you win. The next part of the secret? Break it down. When a task feels too big, your brain tells you to avoid it. But if you break it down into smaller, manageable steps, it becomes less intimidating. Instead of saying, "I need to finish this entire project," start with, "Let me just write the first paragraph, or I'll organize my notes for 15 minutes. The smaller the task, the easier it is to begin. A person at a clean desk, writing a to-do list with small, manageable tasks being checked off one by one. But how do you maintain that momentum day after day? This is where habits come into play. Creating a routine is like giving your brain a roadmap to follow. Set a specific time each day to work on your goals, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Over time, this becomes automatic, a habit. And once something becomes a habit, you don't have to think about it anymore. You just do it. The key is consistency. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. The best time to build a positive habit is right now. Sometimes, we avoid starting because we think we need to be inspired or in the right mood. But inspiration often comes after you begin. Take, for example, an artist. The blank canvas can be intimidating. But by starting with just a simple sketch or even scribbles, the creative process flows, and before you know it, you're in the zone. The secret to overcoming procrastination is to begin, no matter how small. Here's the final takeaway: to stop procrastination, you don't need to transform overnight. It's all about shifting your focus to the process, breaking down big tasks into small actions, and building habits that support your goals. Start small, stay consistent, and before you know it, you'll be miles ahead of where you started. You've got what it takes. The secret isn't complicated, it's about progress over perfection. So take the first step, and everything else will follow. Are you ready to stop procrastinating and unlock your full potential? If this video gave you the push you needed, don't forget to give it a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and of course, subscribe to Pathway to Purpose for more tips on how to stay motivated and live your best life. Let's do this together, and I'll see you in the next video.